Look at Sleeping Beauty over here. Okay, wait. There we go. Um, yeah, okay. Let me remove this. I keep forgetting. It's all good. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, it's been so crazy. I have my client tomorrow. Airbnb experiences her and her boyfriend for their anniversary. She only gave me like 2 days notice, and one of the artists that she requested amongst many was one of the only ones I knew. She said a bunch of artists I didn't quite know, and if I had more time, I could like get into it, and I still did explore a bunch of artists like this guy Caesar Daniel or Daniel Caesar, and I did some Lana Del Rey, this, that, and the other. But she asked for Prince, and I do the song. I do "When the Doves Cry" by Prince. That's like one of my jams, right? That I've worked out. But she asked for "The Beautiful Ones," which I love. I love that song, and I actually did it like a decade ago, literally like a decade ago. Um, and I was almost. I figured, let me just learn it right quick. It's all good. I meaning like relearn it, and now that I'm doing the vocals with the micro core vocoder. So I was like, you know what? For every client, I learn one song altogether. I'm like, okay, this one I'm literally gonna do it from. I'm really gonna take my time. This is gonna be the first one I play in their set, and then the rest I kind of like do other stuff. Like I found a Lana Del Rey. She also asked for, what is his name, Bryson Tiller or something like that. He's very mainstream. I mean, very well known. Because when I looked him up, I'm like, oh, God, these guys are super famous. I don't know about these people. But anyway, so I'm actually excited about it. It's a nice sunny day, and I'd like to be out in the park with Manny, which actually I just came from the park with him. And but I got to get up in there and start putting in like hours and hours. Cause I'm also preparing for the next day's client, who I'm doing all these Sade songs for and other stuff, and Lauren Hill. But I was just at the park right now, and I ran into a friend I recently met at that park. Her name's Monica, and she's she does astrology, and she has a podcast, and she's an artist. So she has a art showing right now till Saturday at this art gallery on 24th, right off of Mission, called damn it, I don't remember the name. This is new art. I haven't been there. I'll make it a point to like go finally see the her. She told me about this Saturday's the last day, and they've had a big, like a lot of people coming, a lot of all this art, all these different artists have their art up. Anyway, but she's gonna be a guest on my podcast. You know, this Sunday, I guess is the idea. Because yeah, so this Sunday, and then I'm gonna start having various people, whether regardless, it's gonna be like you don't have to be a entertainer or performer or musician or DJ or whoever, just anyone who has an interesting perspective, or is just or not or whatever, just anyone, just people are people, but she does have a very interesting perspective. We got into it. I actually we talked for like an hour about this, that, and the other. There's so much to talk about in these times we're living in. Um, I won't even get into it because I actually gotta go practice right now. Um, you have a party of two that day. Oh, sorry. I just saw a message pop up. I gotta get to that. It's one of my clients. He's asking for March 6th, but I already have a client March 6th. That's like Saturday, right? Yeah, Fridays. It's just crazy. Like how many clients I get now. It's silly. Anyway, I just really took a video because I saw Manny with this sequin on, and I wanted to like show Manny. Yeah, I yeah, I'm gonna smoke right now, as you do, as I do, and then go practice like crazy. I'm excited. This is gonna be cool. Yesterday was crazy because I had that Pure Space client, so I had to like bring all my stuff back in the studio, and I was so distracted because the article came out. The article came out in SF Gates. I'm like, oh wow, cool, the article, and then like everyone's hitting me up, I'm posting it, and hella people reached me about it. The article name changed from calling me the weirdest to the coolest, you know. So that, I could really see how it's funny because I follow boxing a lot. That's like one of my for like virtually my whole life. Like for the last 20 years, I've been an avid boxing fan. 20, 30 years. No, for the last 30 years, I mean. Yeah, I've always just watched. I like it. It's how I follow it, and I just it's my thing. I don't follow sports, but I follow boxing. I've watched UFC as well. I'm into combat sports because even when I was young, like in high school, I was a there's something very few people know about because I forget about it. I don't bring this up, but I was on the wrestling team in high school, and I actually won the San Francisco All City Championship in my senior year. I was like the San Francisco champ at 119 pounds. And then I actually wrestled a year in college as well at SF State. I wasn't good, meaning like they were really good, and I did it for the experience, and I'm glad I did it, but it was brutal. Like, I think that's when I hurt like I've always had this kind of pain in my neck, and I think that but only on the left side, like back, neck area. I think it was just because I was like, it was rough, you know. Anyway, combat sports. But the reason I bring it up is because even though I had this massive day of like, okay, I had already psyched myself up, like, okay, I got this client, but as soon as they're done, I'm gonna put all my stuff back in, assemble it, and then it takes so long to put everything back. It's messed up, and especially like I had woke up early. I woke up at like 8 a.m. I got the text from my friend Mike Lauer, like, hey, I read your article in the SF Gate, and I was like, oh, dope, okay, cool, and I didn't go back. Usually, I don't get up that early, but I ended up getting up that early because I was like, oh well, let me peep. And then once I saw it, I was like, oh shit, look, check it out, yeah. And then like I was tired, but then I was like, fuck it, let me get my day started, and let me and then like my point is that it was so distracting to get that article. I was hella glad, but I had hella stuff to do, and I was like, oh wow, oh what are people, hella people were commenting on it, talking about it, and my views on my YouTube that got embedded in the article started to like tripled right like within the day, and it reminded me of how like sometimes like boxing matches, big profile fights, some of the artists, well, they're artists, I guess, some of the boxers will say we'll talk about the distractions, like, oh, they're training, but like fight week, all the distractions, and it will that affect them. And I always thought like, yeah, whatever, it's cool, sure, you're distracted, but then like I can kind of see how that happens because it's really hard to stay focused when there's like distracting elements, like so yeah, today's my day where I do a mega vision quest level of playing where I'm just gonna play for now till I fall asleep, basically, till late. Um, and yeah, to be ready for two performances for two different couples on two different days, on back to back. I get paid, I do my thing, so I'm like, how amazing is this? I'm getting paid so I am by no stretch of the imagination like taking it lightly, or just, I mean, there's no way to like wing it. It's like, okay, well, I I set I set it up that way where like I give people the option of like, yeah, tell me what you like and I'll do it. It made sense when I only had a few clients a month. I was like, oh yeah, totally. Now that I'm having a few a week at least, it's like, can I really be doing this? Like, I'll do my best. I don't know. I hope you like this. Some of them get all like demandy. It's they're paying and it's a thing, and I think they just think I'm a DJ and I'm just gonna like find the tracks and play one after the other. Hell no, that'd be hella easy. I'm learning these songs from beginning to end and weaving them in such a unique way. But hey, it is what it is. It makes me better at what I do, and I love it. So yeah. But anyway, I just Manny inspired me again. I wasn't gonna do this, but I'm kind of procrastinating because I know it's about to be on. But yeah, all right. I'll say goodbye now, but I'll be back with some guests soon. All right, peace out.